Hello and welcome to the Washington, Saratoga, Warren, Hamilton, Essex Parent Toolkit video series. In this video, we will take a look at Sora for reading books. Sora is a free program that is available to you through your school library system. It is a Netflix-style book borrowing program that allows students to borrow books from their library. It works on any device, so you can use a phone, a tablet, or even a computer. It has audiobooks, ebooks, and read-alongs. And like I said, it is available free through your school. It is safe and will only show titles that are appropriate based on your child's age. So if they're in elementary, they're only going to see books they typically would see in their school library. Another great thing about Sora is that you don't have to have a ton of Wi-Fi to use Sora. You need to have Wi-Fi when you log in to borrow a book and when you need to return the book. In between, while you're reading the book, you can read that book offline. So let's take a look at the platform. Once your child logs in, and you can check with your child's teacher or your school librarian as far as how to log in. It probably is their Google sign-in if your school is a Google school, but it's always good to check with your child's teacher. Once you're in here, you have some options at the bottom. You have the home screen, Explore, Shelf, and Me. I'm in the Explore feature, which allows me to see that Netflix-style book borrowing program. So as I'm looking through, I can see all of the different books that are available to me. I can see whether or not they're audiobooks, whether they're, and you can see that based on the little headphone on there, whether they're ebooks or even if they're read-alongs, it will show me that. Once I'm going through, I can choose any of these books and say, you know what, I want to read this book. But if I come to a book and I see that it says place hold, and this is a very popular book, and I might have to wait a while to get it. This one says unknown wait, so it's a very popular book. So if I go back to that Explore feature, and let's say I want to look for something specific. So maybe I want to look for a book about a dog. I can type in the word dog up in that Explore, and I can see all books that have to do with dogs. The first row here all says place hold. So if I click on the little clock, I can see how long I have to wait. So this one says there's only one copy of this book, and there's a 2-week wait. A very popular book like the Diary of a Wimpy Kid ones, this one says 3 weeks. It has 3 copies, so they have some people waiting for it. So I probably don't want to place that one on hold right now, but I can if I choose to. If I want to borrow a book, I can go through and say, oh, maybe I want to read this one. I'm going to click borrow, and the book is going to open up immediately for me to start reading it. So once I start reading this book, and I've opened this book before, so it's not on the first page there. There we go. Once you go through, you can see I can move from line to line at the bottom here. I can bookmark the page, and I can click on the 3 lines in the top right-hand corner, and I can change the reading settings to make it larger or smaller based on what I need. I can even change the brightness however I need it to be. I can take notes, and I can highlight different things within the book. I can change it so it can look more like a book where I have the 2 sides. And when I'm done reading for the day, I'll click close, and that book will stay right here on my shelf. Any books that I have loans on will stay up here in the loans category on my shelf. So you can see the 2 books I have out right now. You can see that they say downloaded. That's because I can read these offline. And when I click on options, when I'm done with the book, I can return the book, and that book will then return off of my bookshelf and go back in for others to borrow. The final tab all the way on the right is the Me tab. This is going to show your statistics and all of your badges that you've earned based on reading. So as you can see, Sora is a great program for you to use and allows a lot of access to books for your child. Please check with your child's teacher or your school librarian for more details.